media on a Wednesday evening. And
Is it
it's
Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Guess
it's
what day it is, Michelle? Do you know?
9,
9. We're at 90%.
day 9, and it's freezing cold in Colorado.
Well,
If
it's
anybody,
freezing cold in Southern California for me. The wind and the cold, I didn't even get my whole workout done today. I was like, no, I'm not going out in that wind again. I did
yeah,
half of it and I'm done.
yeah, wind is no fun. It's like, I don't know what it is here right now, like 8 degrees or something, maybe. Uh,
Dang. It's
seven,
50 degrees
no,
here, but I will say it feels like it's in the 30s because of the wind.
7 degrees, but it's supposed to get up to like 20 tomorrow. So that'll be great.
I feel so bad talking to you because I can't. I'm
So
I've been
no.
wearing basically a parka in my house all day. In my home.
Well, it's all what you're used to, right? Okay, let's go a little
Let's
thing.
get
So we're
down
going
to
to just go
business.
quickly, and then tomorrow we'll be here at a different time. We'll be here. What time did we say? 11:30 your time?
Yes,
30
11:30 a.m.
time.
PST.
And it'll be quick because we both have really busy days. And then that'll be it. And then I'm
Yes. We
so
might
over
do a
this.
check-in in a week or something just to
Well, we can
but
bring it up in our other thing, but I'll tell you, I am really ready to be done with check-ins. It-
so introduce
it-
what we're doing here because we're so used to doing it that we just sort of jumped in like it's
yeah,
just
here we are. And so I hope you know us by now, Michelle Oliver and Lisa Michelle Zega, and we are having a fasting adventure that is lasting 10 days. Today's day 9, and we've been talking about our bodies and our minds and how this is impacting us. And each day we're simply sharing, how are you doing? So no medical advice or anything like that, just sharing our journey. And we started it for accountability, and that's what we're doing. So, how's your body?
I'm doing good. And what I gave myself over to today is, hey, it is okay to be in a restful stance, which applies to everything else I'm up to, emotional, spiritual. I just had this sense of like, I'm in a very trusting space. So I don't feel like I've done a lot of, well, I haven't done a lot of activity today, and yet I can see that there is a lot of productive things that I've done. But I took a nap today. I am so damn ready for this to be over.
Me too.
My son got home from school and that little I want to call him a I want to call him a bad
Bad
word.
name.
But it's nothing to do with him. He
Mm,
made toast with butter, which I never even knew what he made. I asked him later. All I knew was the smell. My stomach like felt like it was coming out of my body to grab whatever he was making.
it's just time to be done. That's all there is to it. And you're going off the rails again.
Okay, well, that's it. So physically, I'm doing well. I mean, there's nothing, really nothing more to report than any other day. And I will say this, kind of like what I experienced with you yesterday. I am not like aware that there's this, mental clarity, but yet things are opening up to me and I'm seeing these opportunities and I'm seeing new languaging and I'm saying, so I'm like, oh, it is there. It just isn't there. However, I thought it was going to be there, isn't. But when I look for it, I find it. So over to you, Michelle. Look at, I feel like, the news reporters. And over to you. How
I
is it
know.
in
That's the
Colorado with your
lingo.
body?
God. I'm just so done. I'm just done with all of this. I'm done with like talking about it. I'm done with checking in about it. I just want to get focused on these other things in my life and business. And I just want to do whatever I want, eat what I want. I want to go back to like eating and then exercising more.
Mhm.
and not being so focused on myself, you know?
I'm super
It's
motivated for strength training again. Like that's
Mhm.
one thing that I've noticed has really bubbled to the surface. But yeah, anything else on that
No,
other than being
I'm
done?
just, yeah. And I did check out the schedule and it looks like, um, the, the schedule's all messed up at the gym. I might have to go to one of the different locations.
Oh, you
I,
remembered. I didn't.
yeah, well, of course I remembered.
I know,
I
you're
stayed.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm amazing. And I remembered.
Fat-faced, amazing Michelle.
I
For those
think,
of you who don't know, just watch a previous video.
oh my God. Again, I want to encourage you not to try this at home on your own. Lisa Michelle should be under a physician's supervision, apparently.
Yes, in the hospital with my mask on.
I
Definitely.
think you should go out on Friday and let yourself eat. Just like what happens is like you'll get sick if you eat too much.
Yeah,
Wrong
no,
stuff.
I'm
It'll
Michelle's
make
referring to the
you,
fact that I'm going to a dear friend's 60th birthday party and that just arose and I'm like, dang it. So, yeah, I'll ease myself in.
even if you do something wrong, it'll be fine. Like
Our
this has
bodies are
been,
forgiving in so many
oh
ways.
my God, you'll be just fine. You'll know what to do. Okay, so
So physically, I've already shared.
emotional,
Emotionally is the same. And I will say that spiritually, like this, and I think this relates to the emotional too. And I basically shared it in the physical trust. There is just this, I'm sensing a deep rooted, grounded, stable, everything will work out. Stay
great.
present. Just stay
That's so good.
present, enjoy the moment. And when your body feels like resting, rest and don't go back and beat it up or judge it or, oh, I should have done something. No, no, no. Just flow, let yourself go.
I think it's time for you to start eating again. I also
My
took a
husband said,
nap today, by the way, which I didn't mention. And I agree with you. I got so tired. It was weird.
me
It
too.
was like a drug. I felt like I'd been given a drug and I was just like, this is weird.
I
And
had the
so
same
I was like, I'm
experience.
gonna lie down for like 20 minutes. And I
I did the
slept
same.
for, I don't even know how long I slept. It must have been a solid hour. And because I don't know what time, I just knew I felt like I had been drugged. That was what happened to you too. There's
Yeah, I
something
did
that's
only sleep for
going on
20
with the
minutes
body.
because of my schedule, but yes, and it was very much like my body said, "Hey, we're going down, so get comfortable."
The miracle of sleep. I was thinking about the miracle of sleep when I was falling asleep. I was like, you know what's amazing is I'm gonna wake up and feel amazing. And of course I did. And it's such a miracle how that happens.
Well,
Um,
every single night, by the time I get to where like, "Hey, I can't do this anymore today," I fall asleep and exactly what you said. I wake up, it's amazing, and then by about 8 o'clock, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down," and same thing. But
we
that's all my
we are
check-in. That's
okay.
all I got.
You know what I learned today about emotions?
Tell
This
me.
is off topic. I'll be quick. But I spend, I would say like 99.999% of my time with people like you, like that have really similar values and belief systems and habits and interests. And over the course of the last few days, I have encountered not that many, but like 3 or 4 people that were so, I felt like I'd walked into I don't know, it shocked the hell out of me because they were truly negative and like scary. And I thought it was like maybe a movie or something. Like what? I even said to this woman today, what that people don't really talk like this. Like, you don't really think this way, do you? I mean, and so what I wanted to acknowledge is how amazing it is that we're even doing this and having these conversations, because I can get kind of sick of it. I can be like, okay, enough of this.
Go away.
Too much like reflection and inner growth and like self-awareness and so much personal development. I mean, I'm so inundated with it all the time. And I have been for pretty much most of my life, except for inner, and so I don't know. I just want to acknowledge that I appreciate you. And I'm sorry that sometimes like I feel like you're annoying because we have such similar, like the things about you that annoy me are me, because I show up like that a lot and I know it freaks people out. And so, but my God, like if this is as bad as it gets to be annoyed by happy optimism, I'm so lucky. And so, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh,
Do
absolutely.
you ever meet people like that anymore? It's so
Yes.
rare.
When I felt like singing, what's that song? Like, am I moving into the twilight zone? When you're
It
like,
was so
who
weird.
are these people?
But what I'm trying to say too is that there are people who really they must just be absolutely devastated, and I cannot imagine living life in that kind of, it's fear and insecurity.
Well, I came
And
across a tree, Michelle.
a
I
tree.
was on a
Of
yeah, I was
course
on a
you
walk
did.
with a friend,
Yeah.
and it had spikes all over it. And what my friend commented on, she goes, "Oh, that tree's trying to protect itself." And they were on every branch, ever like it was. I took a picture. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But
No,
I
I
started
don't want
think,
any people like that in my life anymore.
well,
Or
I started thinking about humans, right? Like when we have been wounded
Mhm.
and we build up those walls and we build up those shells and that's why hurting people hurt people the most,
Right.
because they're so present to their own pain that they're not present to what they're emitting in the world. They're just locked in their own pain. And so I can have so much compassion. But that tree was like this, it was just such a profound metaphor of when we are in self protection mode, no one can genuinely get close because
But
there's
I
prickles
don't,
everywhere.
it's so hard for me to understand not seeking awareness through some sort of help. It is really, really difficult for me to have, I mean, I can be, I'm kind, but with everything that's available at our fingertips, I just, it's
People's
really hard
actions
for me to
always
understand.
make sense with what they're believing and what they're thinking.
I know,
So
but
then you're like, okay, so somehow this person doesn't think they have agency,
of
right?
course,
But
but
we are digressing at 6:52, and I don't
okay,
even know how you're doing
I gotta
spiritually.
go. I'm perfect. I'm great spiritually, really, really good, actually. It's just, all I can see is that, I mean, to tell you the truth, this ties into spiritually, because
Okay.
I mean, obviously, like when I had these, it's been so long since I've interacted with anyone like that. And then to have four people come over the course of the last couple of days, and I realize they need healing, and how can I do that without triggering them, and so anonymously, like I sent them like gratitude journals, because that with some notes, because that is like an auto lifter. And but what I'm realizing is like spiritually, that's the thing, is to always just be pouring out and to
Yeah.
be a vessel that's overflowing in everything, and not to even hold negative, like even what I just shared, like that. Before I go to sleep, I will pray and pour light and everything to them and send love, because that is our calling when we are full. And I think I would not be aware how full I am had I not encountered these uncomfortable, negative, not really uncomfortable, just shockingly negative situations. So those are my thoughts on spiritual.
And it made you more appreciative and aware, like brought you to, oh, the
Fullness.
appreciation of how full. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's a
Michelle,
feeling.
tomorrow is our last day. We are finishing strong. I definitely feel the, oh, can I get that last push? Because I'm definitely,
I think you should have, are you having any kind of, like I'm having all the electrolytes and all that stuff, or I would just fade away?
I've been doing salt and magnesium, which by the way, I was like, why is my body trying to clean itself out again on the ninth day? And I realized the other reason I take
Magnesium.
magnesium. So
Okay.
anyway, my insides are being scraped beyond my wildest imagination. But yeah, I forgot to look and see if I've got the electrolytes. So I'll look at that. And tomorrow we'll talk about our ending meal. We were going to say it today, but I think it's better just to save it for because tomorrow's the last day. And
I
we
know,
can
I don't even,
share any plans we have
okay.
for what. Yes? All right.
Okay. And spiritually,
Whew.
did you talk about that?
I
Yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Trust.
Trust. It's all interwoven. Okay,
Yes.
good. Well, good night, everyone.
If you didn't get it, go back and watch the video.
I heard you say it. I don't know why my brain is on fog, or not fog.
I'm teasing you. It's a late night. You've had a full day.
Yeah, I gotta go
So,
practice I gotta go write my speech for tomorrow. Actually, haven't, I'll be fine. I'm good. I don't really need to, honestly. I can talk. I can speak to it, what I need to. So I'm
you
better
got
that way.
this. All right, beautiful. Have a good night.
Night.